everybody, my name is Chrissy and today I'm going to be giving you a updated prediction reading for the 23rd of April. Now I'm currently down here, down the coast, not far from where I live. It's a couple of hours down the coast. I'm here for a few days, so I thought I'd just come on and do a quick video. Hopefully you can hear me. The waves are pretty loud crashing behind me. It's about 4:30 in the afternoon here and it's a beautiful sunny day, and I just thought it'd be great to just see what the guides channel through. So stay watching. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe, and I will just close my eyes and we'll just get started and we'll see what comes through for the 23rd of April. Now I'm definitely getting show your strength and courage now. Now, the guides are really saying that it's very important to hold on to your wisdom and your strength and to keep it close to you and to really protect yourself. Now, they're saying that this is not the time to be kind of sharing your wisdom and knowledge, that you're being guided now to hold that structure of your own strengths and knowledge and wisdom in place and stay and remain really grounded and really strong. I'll just see what else we get today. I'm still getting, oh gosh, I still get that Canada is rising. Now, in Canada, a lot of people are very reluctant when it comes to moving forward. They're scared to take hold of the reins and to take charge of their life. And you know that if you're living in Canada, and I know I've got a lot of you out there that watch from Canada, and you've got a lot of wisdom and knowledge around a lot of things, but there's a lot of people who have always been scared and reluctant to take their life forward and to stand up in this journey, because it's very, very frightening and it can be very overwhelming for people when it comes to standing up against this sort of tyranny. It's not easy to find that strength and that inner wisdom, but there's a lot of people in Canada that I really believe are still rising up, and it's a mass movement. So what the guides are saying to you is just to ride out that storm now and allow these things to kind of come out, because that's what's happening. There's a lot of people standing up now because people are seeing the reality of what is coming. Gosh, I just watched a video before and it had about the digital passcodes and the digital platforms that are coming out as well. So I'm definitely getting that today, that people are really wanting to stand up in Canada. That's something that I'm really getting is there's still this rise and this movement in Canada because people don't want to be living in that dictatorship. It's making them really scared now, and I'm hoping over there that it's not too late, but people are still trying to stand up for what is right. Now, you're not alone if you're feeling that way in Canada or any of these surrounding areas. People are standing up. They're still wanting to stand up as much as they're scared. You know, it's like, there's a saying about something about still stand up even though that fear inside is overwhelming you and it's scaring you. Just stand up anyway. That's kind of what the guides are saying today. Even when you're scared and frightened, just stand up. And that's definitely the message that I'm getting for you in Canada, or even in America. I know you guys are going through a lot of stuff over there. People are going to stand up anyway. So let's hold that vision in our thoughts today, that people in Canada and America are going to be standing up. I'm still getting Canada is rising, so it's not over yet. This battle and this fight is not over yet. I'll just see what else we get today. Gosh, I'm getting Australia. So anyone watching from Australia or here where I live, there's definitely fear in these governments and these movements moving forward. People are very concerned about where this government is taking us. Now, I think people are fully aware that things aren't sort of unfolding the way they thought they would. Here in Australia, we've got almost, it feels like we're living our normal life. But I think for anyone out there who's awake, we know that where our life is headed. They've just currently, China has just currently taken over a lot of things in the Solomon Islands. So we know that China is slowly closing in. Australia is being surrounded by all these small islands are being taken over by China. Now, that's quite scary if we think about it, because that means that they're moving closer to our country, which is Australia. but it's very hard to know who to actually vote for. We're about to go to the vote in May, and if you're watching this video and you live in Australia, it's very important that you actually put independents in. So try to vote as many independents as you can. We don't want to be going around that dictatorship, and obviously we know the reset's coming if we vote those people in. So always really work at voting your independents into your to vote if at all possible. There's a few people that you can check out on YouTube, Topher Fields, and GTV's got a video as well on how to go about voting and getting the independents into government, because that's what we need. We need to get our voice now. It's really, really important. So if you're living in Australia, try and get your vote right. It's going to be crucial to us moving forward, so we don't become a dictatorship and that communist kind of China. We're already surrounded by China, but we don't want that to be happening in our lives. So I'll just see what else comes through today. Gosh, I'm getting that there's a lot of meetings going on globally. Now, this is on a really big scale. If we think about what's currently being implemented, a lot of us have no awareness of the depths, and I talk about that a lot in my videos, of the depths of what is coming. We're being really kept in the dark about the truths. Now, we know there's a lot about conspiracy theories, and there's a lot about these things that are currently going on a global scale, and it's starting to have a real effect on a lot of countries. Like I talked about a minute ago, I watched a video on the digital passport that's actually coming out, and that's globally. That's actually coming out. That's going to have a real impact on a lot of countries moving forward, because this is going to dictate where you can go, where you can travel, what your credit score is. We know it's all going to just sort of be put into one, digital code, but we know that this is going to be all around banking. Big corporate's going to have so much say in these digital passports moving forward. They're going to be like the people that fund it. So we're going to have all this kind of control again starting to be implemented. Like, we all know that. If you're watching my video out there, I know that you get that that's happening. But that's what I'm definitely getting. There's a lot of meetings at the current moment about really getting this implemented. Now, I did talk to you about this was going to roll out pretty quickly, and I think we can see that that's already starting to happen. We already know that they've virtually implemented 3/4 of the Great Reset. We know that. That's not hidden anymore, but we can still fight and find a way back from having things just thrust upon us, because like I said in my video the other day, the window is jammed open. So other people are looking for the truth now. It's not just us. If you're watching my videos, we already know what's coming and what's going on. So we've already got our eyes open, but these people are now starting to see it. And they're trying to get to that fresh air so they can get the flow in their life and get the information coming to them so they understand what's going on. Because people are like scratching their head. They're like really confused as to why all this is going on, you know. They're hearing people talking about their conspiracy theories. For example, you guys out there and myself, we post things on, you know, BlackRock, we post things on Klaus Schwab, we post things on China's taking over the world and wanting to run the whole world, and here they are buying up and taking everything, all the businesses over in the little islands and all the power. It's like they're building up, they're getting control of the small places so then they can start to take over the bigger place. They're trying to get everybody on side, and we know, like with China, how that works. You only have to look at Shanghai at the moment and what's going on there. That's quite horrifying to people. So people are scratching their heads. Look, this is the Great Awakening. This is the awakening process. And people are scratching their heads now and wondering, you know, what the hell is going on? And where are we all headed? And these are the questions. We're not asking those questions anymore because we already know all the answers to them. Not all the answers. Like I said, there's a lot of things beneath the surface that we're like not aware of. And that's definitely what I'm getting today, is that people are starting to really scratch their heads now, and they're starting to wonder. And the fear that's rising in people isn't the same fear that they've had in the past around COVID and the vaccines and the terrible, horrifying virus. Their fears are now about their future going forward. They're talking in Australia here already about interest rates definitely moving within the next month, and they're going to continue to keep moving throughout the year. These are all the things that are starting to frighten people. That pressure of having, like I said the other day, talking about getting hybrid cars, electric cars. People can't afford those things. And I myself, I've got a sister she's quite well off, and she's got an electric vehicle. She had a Tesla for a while, but they've changed and gone to a Lexus. But she said that the upkeep was really challenging for the maintenance, and you've got to get them serviced a lot, and it was very, very difficult and very expensive. So even she was complaining, and she's a person who can actually afford it. So for the average, you think of the average middle class income or lower income, they're not going to be able to do all that. So these are the things that I mean are starting to bring that fear up in people now. There's a lot of that. It's that real fear. Like the fear of the virus was a kind of a different fear because it caused people to sort of shut themselves down and lock themselves away. But these fears around lifestyle changes and what's going to start occurring, and people are seeing that now, is starting to really frighten people about their future and how they're going to like navigate this. Like what it's doing is taking people's direction away from them. So for anyone who used to set goals, or once upon a time you could achieve owning your home, now you actually can't achieve that. It's a very impossible goal. I even think about teenage kids and that. How are they ever even going to save a deposit for a home now? And of course, government's stepping in and offering to put up deposits, which is a really bad thing because it means no one will ever own their home. So there's a lot of that going on here in Australia. I'm not sure what's going on where you're living, maybe in Canada, or let me know in America or in places you're living, kind of what government's doing for these things moving forward. Just comment below and let me know. But that's kind of what I'm getting, that fear is really coming into people, and it's a real fear because it's a real threat to their financial situation, which starts to put panic. So the fear is now kind of turning more to a panic, as in how we're going to feed the kids. And it's the same kind of thing if you look at Shanghai and how they were panicking around the food and what was going on. That's the same kind of thing that I'm sensing is going on at the moment. It's that panic is starting to rise in people. I'll just see what else we get today. Yeah, I'm just getting, look, people don't want to be dictated to. They don't want to do that anymore. They're not happy about this at all. People know that their lives are still being dictated, and dictated in different ways. We've been dictated to for the past 2 years on where to go, what to do, how to live, where we can eat, where we can have coffee. And people don't want that anymore. People want their lives back, and they want to get their freedom back, and they want to start living again. And I know if you're watching my videos, I know that you guys are already finding your way back, and you'll manage to live again. I mean, look at me out here. I haven't been to the beach for probably a year and a half, 2 years, and it's just beautiful. It's so relaxing, and we had a lovely lunch. We went to some shops today, and these are the kind of things that I know if you're watching my videos that you guys are doing as well. I know that you guys are actually starting to really find your way back and enjoying your life again. And that's why I always talk about we're removed from that fear and that panic now. We're not involved in those things anymore. And I want you to know that today. I want you to stay strong in your beliefs and have that courage moving forward. And don't get drawn into the panic of where your life is going and where your life is headed. Keep drawing yourself back into that now moment, because it's the now moment that's going to always save you. Like while I'm here, my daughter and husband are wandering around on the rocks somewhere. My mind is nowhere else. It's just here with you guys and talking to you. So for this 20 minutes or whatever, I'm just engaged with you in this video. And that's what I want you to keep doing in your own life. I want you to keep doing those things that make you strong and that draw you back into that now moment. It doesn't matter what you're doing. You could be climbing a mountain, you could be going shopping, and that's also fun. I know for you women out there, we love to shop. Gosh, I came home with heaps of bags today, and it was just such a great feeling. So for my daughter, we went to a lolly shop, and we grabbed heaps of little fun things as well that take me back to my childhood. So these are the kind of things you've got to keep doing, those things that bring you joy and keep you in that now moment, because it stops you from rising up into that mass fear and panic about the finances moving forward. And I tell you, in the next few months, a lot of people are going to be actually going, that's what they're going to be going through. They're going to be going through their real sort of traumas. And this is what I say about the awakening process. It's about people waking up and seeing what's actually going on, like being lied to, being fed information that may not be correct. I know that Fauci's still feeding everybody information that he actually said the other day there's more viruses coming and that we have to be ready for them. And he said that the reason they locked people up was so they could get people jabbed. He said because that puts that fear in them, so they'll go and get jabs. Like, he's still feeding people that narrative, and they're still trying to push and push and push and push. But I know when you're watching this video, or anyone out there that's watching my videos, you're not falling for that narrative anymore. So that's the message I want to give you from the guides today. They're saying just really look after yourself, stay in that now moment, and keep nurturing yourself and your soul and your spirit, because that's how you stay detached from all that panic and fear and feelings of just, it's almost like feelings they're going to go through, not you guys watching this video, but a lot of people are going to go through those feelings of dread, and they're going to get very discouraged moving forward, because they're going to think, how are they going to manage that cost of living? Like, that's not even easy to navigate if you've got a very high mortgage. And what they're threatening here is that interest rates on houses and things are going to go up, but then they're also saying that housing prices are going to go down. So then you've got this real crippling of the economy, because people are going to realise that the house that they thought was worth like 1.5 million is now going to be worth 800,000. And so you've got this huge dynamic loan that you're still paying off, and your interest rates are going up. So, you know, you're going to have a lot of people that are going to have to foreclose on home loans and different things like that. So the next few months is really going to be a really shaky time, and a lot of people, I feel, are really going to sort of topple over. So just be very aware of your financial situations moving forward, and just don't get into too much debt. Just try and keep things like on an even keel, and in a really in a way that you can manage, keep it kind of at a safe level that you can manage. I'll just see if there's any last messages today from the guides. I get that stocks are falling. I just get that stocks are falling and these things are very weak at the moment. The economy is starting to, it's saying it's crashing, but it's crashing. It's not going to happen fast. It's saying that it's going to happen at a slow rate. So the crash is coming, but the crash is going to be kind of subtle. So it's going to be a gradual process. So I think from now to 2023, everything's going to start heading downhill financially. I think we know that's already happening, but this is like in all areas. And you know, I've talked about this before. Sometimes things have to collapse and crash in order to be rebuilt. And this is, obviously we know that the reset, they're trying to rebuild things in their way, but sometimes when things crash and get rebuilt, it can be a positive thing. I don't want you to take it always negative, like, oh, we're all gonna, it's doomsday and we're all gonna have no money and be completely broke. That's not what this is about, because when you're awake, you bring to you a different experience. So we're having different experiences because we're not trapped in that fear and panic and dread and being uncertain about going forward. We're actually keeping ourselves in the now moment, because the only moment that you have is now. And you're alive and you're here and you've got to enjoy your life. You know, I could walk down the street and I could have a heart attack even, for example, and be dead tomorrow. So what was the point of me all worrying and getting myself all worked up? There's no point to it. So that's the message from the guides today that I want you to take from me, is I want you to just keep living in that now moment, keep enjoying your life, go and enjoy the simple things. Like I said, do the things that you're creative with, that you're passionate about. And go and spend time with your family and friends. These are the things we haven't done for a couple of years, and that's very important. The guides are saying to get back to those simple things in your life and the things that make you feel a happy and a whole person. I'll just see if there's any closing messages today. Yeah, I'm getting that the grief is gone now. For you people in Canada, you were the guys that I really focused on a lot around the grief of losing your old life. Now, we know our old lives are gone. Gosh, I know my old life is gone. My friends are gone. So many people are gone. It's like I've jumped off one reality, and I'm sure for you guys watching this video, it's like you've jumped off one reality and we've gone on to another reality. And I have to say, I think I prefer this reality myself. This is just my opinion. Look at the beautiful waves crashing over here, and it's so peaceful, and I'm enjoying it. I'm away. And I'm creating these things. I'm making these experiences into my life, and I'm discovering new things. Like, what could be better than that? So that's the message that the guides want to leave you with today. As much as we've grieved and like missed our old lives, we've also created new ones. And I'm really proud of anyone who's watching this video, because you have woken up, you are standing up, and you are staying in your strength and your power. And that's the message I want to leave you with today, that the guides are saying, keep doing that, keep striving, keep going forward. Yes, use your common sense and be sensible when it comes to finances and not panicking and having fear, but just do the things that bring you joy and happiness, and that's how you change your vibration, and that's how you keep getting those good experiences into your life. And that's really crucial moving forward. We create our own reality. And it's funny because today I bought this ring. I'll just show it to you if you can see it there in the camera, and it's a lotus. And whenever I think of a lotus, I was just really drawn to it today in this little shop. It's got a little green stone in it. I'll show it to you up close, and it actually reminded me that out of the mud the lotus grows. So when you think about all the horrible experiences and you think of a beautiful lotus just suddenly comes up out of the mud, and there's this stunning beautiful flower, it really represents that emerging again. It's another example of the coming out of that like mud and gunk and darkness, and there's this absolutely beautiful flower that has emerged. So I'm going to leave you with that vision today. Look for lotus flowers. If you see one, know that you're on your path. And I've got my beautiful little ring just to remind me that we've come through all the mud and the gunk, and now we've come out the other side and we're really blossoming into this beautiful flower. And it's just a really great symbol, I think, to hold in your mind today. So look, anyone new to my channel, please subscribe if you haven't. Hit the bell notification as well, hit those like buttons. I love hearing from you guys down below. Please comment. It's just great to all talk to each other. I love hearing from you, and I love that you guys chat under my channel, because we've all got each other's back and we're here to support each other through this really challenging journey. And look, I will see you in that next video, and I'll say goodbye from Australia. I'm down here on the coastline, and it's just I'm here for a couple of days. I'm off to the zoo tomorrow, so I'll talk to you very soon, and I'll say goodbye for now. Take care, everybody. Bye.